Namaste, creative yogis. How's everyone doing out there? I hope you're enjoying this lovely energy that's flowing through at the moment. And it's all about the heart, really, connecting to loving ourselves. That's what this whole month is really encouraging us to do. And that's lovely connection with the solar plexus as well, our Manipura chakra, which is about building inner confidence and self-esteem stuff. So the two things together, that really connecting to self-love, and they really support each other a great deal. So it's a really, really special month, and really carried on with that idea of the sacred sanctuary, this is a sacred space for yourself. So during this month, this next week, it's really worth taking the time to sit down with your abundance journals and journal on understanding what your gifts are. What is it that's unique about you that you can share with the world? So, we all have these beautiful, unique gifts that we're born with. And it's the combination of these gifts that make them unique, So it's really starting to understand and value our gifts, really starting to realise that they are of worth. And so this is how our self-esteem and our confidence builds, is when we start to actually really focus on loving ourselves enough to spend time really diving into what it is that our unique gifts are and starting to share them with the world. So I think it's a beautiful journey, and when you start to do this stuff, it really takes you on this healing path for yourself, because we live in a world where we get channeled from school onwards, or even from our family, to go down a certain road. And it's like putting on an article of clothing that may or may not fit us, but we just carry on because that's kind of the way it is, and it's the way we've been told how to do things. But there's this beautiful, beautiful evolution going on, and creative people are at the forefront of this evolution. And actually, the COVID drama really gave us the opportunity to dive deep into this, is understanding that we have these inner resources. And these inner resources are our unique gifts. And just diving into that and then expressing that into the world is how we earn a living, is how we live our lives, it's how we love the people in our lives, being unique and real and true to ourselves. So we're starting to shift from an external way of operating to an internal way of operating, tuning into our hearts first. And so all these people are becoming entrepreneurs out there, thinking about what it is that's unique about me that I can offer to the world. And as I say, creatives are at the forefront of this evolution. And back in the day, we were told, there was a certain path you went down as an artist, and you had to go through this process. But now we know that you don't have to do that anymore. You can create your own path. So it's a very beautiful evolution that's going on, and being part of that is so exciting. But at the core of it all, it is about love, loving ourselves, giving ourselves permission to pay attention to what it is that is unique about us, and having the courage and confidence to express that into the world. I know for myself, I was trained to be really, really polite, so I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I didn't necessarily speak my truth to the people around me. But by doing that, I didn't give the people around me the opportunity to see the real me, and so my relationships weren't that authentic, because what they were seeing was an image of me that I was projecting out there, And when I stopped doing that, when I started to connect to something much more authentic and real, my relationship shifted into a more genuine and heartfelt kind of situation. So this is really profound stuff, and it starts with sitting down with your journal and thinking about what unique gifts you have going on right now. You may not know all of them, because we go on a journey of discovery with this stuff, but start with what you do know about yourself, about your unique gifts. What are they? And are you investing in developing and cultivating those unique gifts? That's the next question. Are you investing in that? If you're not, how can you invest in that? How can you invest in developing these gifts? And the third question is about this glass ceiling. We all have a glass ceiling. We kind of limit ourselves. So how can you smash that glass ceiling and bring more energy into investing in these gifts? How can you do that? Because we're all at different stages on our journey of expressing our gifts in the world. So maybe you're already doing it, but you just need to learn how to do more of it. Really have more confidence in what you're doing. Really believe in yourself enough to share what you're doing with the world. Or maybe you're just getting started and you're just thinking, it's a little side hustle, a little hobby that's on the quiet, and you don't want anybody else to know about it yet. That's okay. It's just figuring out where you are and starting to invest your time and energy into really, allowing your gifts to shine. And that's what's going to build that self-esteem and that self-confidence and that self-love. It's really thinking about honouring your gifts. I've got a really beautiful story to tell about this to help illustrate this. So, I think you've all heard of J.K. Rowling, who created the Harry Potter series. Now, she did actually invest in her gifts. She wanted to write, so she did do some training in writing. But from training to creating something unique and new, there's quite a journey. And she wouldn't have gone on that journey if she hadn't had to deal with a lot of life changes, where she ended up being a single parent and she was on benefits. And because she had to put food on the table for her family, it pushed her past her insecurities and her doubts. And she had to not listen to what anybody else had to say. She just had to focus on her own unique journey, and she would have been told, because she was creating something unique that had never been in the world before, that this can't be done. Who are you to be busy with this? Go and get a real job. She would have been told all that stuff, guaranteed. But she didn't listen to any of that. She carried on, birthing something unique and something very heartfelt. And thanks to her going on that journey and birthing this beautiful Harry Potter world, millions and billions of children in this world have those beautiful stories to discover when they're growing up. And it's a lovely addition to the world. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. So it is understanding that even though she's incredibly successful now, she wasn't once upon a time. She had to go on this journey, and it's about that belief in yourself and really honouring your gifts is the key thing there. It's really trusting that that's going to take you on a magical journey, and you're going to just get so much out of that. It's just going to be worth all the time and energy that you invest in yourself. So that's what this month is really encouraging us to understand. And again, that idea of the sacred circle, really, really key. Carving out that time and space to give to yourself is really, really important. Okay. So I hope that helps. It's one of those things, I think. We need to be reminded over and over again how important that stuff is. So I'm going to choose our card for today. So these cards, they're very, very layered and textured, the meanings in these cards. So I thought today I would actually read out what the book says about the card that I choose for you, so you'll see for yourself what I mean. It's maybe there's a message in there that you need to hear. So let's have a look. So what do the creative yogis need to know right now? Just choose a card. Okay, so This is a nice one, I think. I'm not sure whether we've had this one before. Sanctuary, number 2. I think we might have done, actually. Sanctuary, number 2. Okay, let's have a look and see. I'll read it out. Give me a second. Here we go. The High Priestess. The High Priestess projects a calm, receptive and sensitive woman who is rooted in place and time. She governs the higher mind and the ability to perceive life from greater distances and wider spaces. Her visions are radiant webs of light that will in time manifest as multifaceted jewels in the world of form. Beautiful. Associated with water, the cool, dark, fluid moon power, she is the eternal mother of life. The pure light of her spirit is infinite. She embodies the wisdom of humanity and the pure breath of the Logos. It was she who uttered the first word ever spoken. She is the feminine principle embodied in Isis, Ishtar and Mary, and she holds the key to rebirth, the birth of new consciousness. So that's what I was saying about what's going on in the world at the moment. Okay. So, let's have a look. Alright. The priestess archetype is not only manifested through meditation and quiet time. Her presence is available to us at all times. When an important decision needs to be made, it is a divine wisdom within that helps us align to right action. We must learn how to discern this truth from the falsehood of fear and denial that keeps us from believing in the providence of our higher mind. She is also present when we study, research, write or compose. She is by our side when we cradle a newborn, laugh with a child or care for the elderly. Her deep wisdom touches the outer edges of our entire life. This is why it's so important to remain vertical with our attunement to higher consciousness. It is the way we walk our life every day that matters most. Our everyday life is our holy shrine. It is sacred. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there's a little message here, it's a little poem. When each day is sacred, when each hour is sacred, when each instant is sacred, earth in you, space in you, bearing and sacred, through time, you'll reach the fields of light. So there you go. That's what I was saying. And there's probably about 5 pages there that I could have read out. So it's gorgeous stuff. So, like I say, carving out that time for yourself to listen to your inner prompts, to guide you towards your beautiful gifts that you have to offer the world. We'll just choose a tarot, one of the chakra cards as well. Let's have a look. Which ones? What do the creative yogis need to work on right now? It's the throat chakra. So, like I said, communication. There you go. Beautiful. So, I hope that helps you guys out there. This beautiful journey that we're on is just so gorgeous. The things that we're discovering, how things are really shifting and evolving. I just find it so life-affirming and so inspiring. So I hope you do too. So enjoy your week. Namaste, Creative Yogis.